Hey guys, Taro here, bringing you another match, a 1v1 today. This one is Alastor, playing as Alastor. And while this is going on, I'll check his player card. I'd looked it up just before. As Alastor, he's ranked number 14, so very highly ranked. And in his loadout is Mechanized Assault, Close Air Support and Elite Troops. So, one of the most standard loadouts at the moment. On the other hand, DonnieChan, playing as Soviet Union. He is rank 61 as Soviets. And his loadout is Guard Motor, Shock Rifle Frontline and Shock Motor Heavy. So that's also probably the most common loadout you see these days. And you see his capping order. He sent his Command Engineers to cap this squad and then cap the munitions. First conscript squad to cap the fuel, and his second conscript squad to cap this standard resource point in the back.
The hard part will be keeping it.
So he's going to have control over his two important resource points in the blink of an eye. Alastor, on the other hand, kept his cutoff here and then has been wiring this heavy cover off with his pioneers. And it's generally thought that this south spawn is the superior in this map, as this cutoff is believed to be easier to harass than this one down here. So we'll see how Alastor gets on. Conscripts jump into this garrison. Oh, and I don't know how they beat those grenadiers in there. The powers of Ura, they just smacked their way right into that garrison, and now Alastor's in a bit of trouble. Close range against these garrisons, he's just going to have to retreat here. Maybe he's going to try soft retreat with his grenadiers. No. Vaulted the fence and just old-fashioned retreated. Combat engineers have now finished capping all the way up to this point here, and he may be retreating those to set up this tech structure, maybe tier 1 or tier 2. I imagine that's what's going on. Probably could have chucked down a mine though. It's not like he's in any hurry to get his tech structures up. MG42 covers this approach effectively. Conscripts move to try and flank. I don't know if Alastor saw that. Repositioning his MG42. These grenadiers need to come and help in this engagement. They're trying to set up behind this heavy cover. Conscripts trying to juke behind this tree line here. Those grenadiers though, they really need to leave their cover and try and stop that harassment of the cutoff there. But they didn't, and accordingly Alastor is now cut off from his munitions and fuel point, and this standard point here, not quite as important. MG42 managed to suppress those conscripts before they get into the heavy cover, and they'll be forced to retreat, especially as these assault grenadiers close into close range, and that does of course mean mechanized assault. And those conscripts are also forced to retreat before decapping that fuel point. Still, early game resource advantage firmly in the hands of DonnieChan. And he has actually gone for an early Maxim. So this is interesting. And early medics.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
And he's gone for Shock Rifle Frontline, so there we go. Both players have selected their doctrines. Oh, we got a demo charge down there now. I wonder if that got spotted. His grenadiers might have been able to see that. Yeah, early Maxim, usually you see 4 conscripts, and then maybe a column infantry from then on. Shock troops or guards, which arrive at 2 CPs. And the reason why you build your tech structure is to increase the speed of your command points, or the rate at which they accrue. Gives you quite a lot of command points building tech structures. MG42 is in this garrison. It looks like that may cover Alastor's attempts at a cut-off, and it looks like it's going to be successful. Maxim on the wrong side of the action at the moment. All of Alastor's troops are over here. Is that Alastor? Is it Alice? No, it's not. It's not spelt like Alastor, is it? Alastor? I don't know. I'm just going to keep pronouncing it the same way. I believe it's usually spelled T-A-I-R. Alastor. So I'm just going to keep saying Alastor. Maybe he can correct me if he cares to in the future.
Hold the line, engineers!
Maxim doesn't manage to suppress those grenadiers on its first barrage. MG42 moved out of the garrison and into this wall position. Does manage to suppress those conscripts. They will get clear of its arc of fire though. Maxim can't exactly vault the fence either. Those conscripts are forced to retreat. And they move back into this MG42's arc of fire there. DonnieChan did manage to reconnect his cut-off though. But that's a really good positioning of the MG42 there. Denies this cover here and this cover here. Makes harassing this cut-off a lot more effective. Maxim's about to get destroyed here. Look at all these squads. At least he managed to suppress that squad, and I think he'll get away cleanly. See, and that MG42 is just like right on its edge of arc of fire. You can still cap that point. But I mean, otherwise, it's a really, really good spot to put your MG42. It just continues to catch DonnieChan out of sorts. See a half track now from Alastor. What happened? Demo charge! Oh no! I missed that one, but that wiped out 2 squads of grenadiers there. Oh man, that was a huge one. Luckily, these assault grenadiers managed to cap that MG42 though, and they should be able to win this, being reinforced on the field by the half track. Conscripts and shock troops try to flank the MG42. That's repositioning and instead will retreat. Certainly that's going to help DonnieChan break his containment. He's starting to break out a bit more now. Looks like he will lose his cut-off once more though before this is over.
We have an isolated sector.
See, is this gun coming in now to try and counter that half track? MG42 set up from this position will protect from this approach. Imagine you could probably get a squad of conscripts through there. Don't think the MG42's arc of sight will be quite great enough to cover that. I'll check that later if we get a break in the action. Half track's trying to bully those shock troops around. Yep, indeed it does. They managed to get clear of its arc of fire before it spots him. Flame combat engineers, not so lucky though. Nice Molotov there. Gets one flame crit. And the other one just gets DPS down. Still, VPs have been firmly in Alastor's control for most of the match. He's now pulled almost 100 VP advantage. Pulled ahead.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies. Ready.
Looks like DonnieChan's trying to harass the fuel. Oh, can't believe he just didn't hop his Grenadier squad in there to stop him from decapping it.
Shock troops have arrived.
He certainly inflicted a bit of bleed on those conscripts, but I'd say that was probably a job well done from DonnieChan there. At the same time, we don't see many sandbag positions going down from Donnie. I thought might have considered putting one down. Help with his harassment, maybe one down along this line. Try to protect his conscripts. Rifle grenade on the Maxim. This is one of those ones that takes forever to go off. Maybe the model that was launching it got killed by the Maxim while it was trying to go off. It can happen sometimes.
Shock troops can now be used to
MG42
crush
sits
the
up, but
enemy.
no, that is gonna be enough to repel DonnieChan's forces. Oh, in comes the grenade by the shock troops, knocks out two of the models. This gun in a nice position to fire on the half track, and I think Alastor was counting on reinforcing his MG42 there with the half track, but can't do that anymore now that the Zis is on that side.
Ambush camouflage now available.
And this is some good. It's been a nice prolonged push by DonnieChan. He's gonna
Replacements have arrived.
get all of these resource points under his control.
Taking losses. AT gun ready.
Should probably start moving his support weapons back now, though. He doesn't have any infantry squads, or enough infantry squads to
Ready for
try and
action.
protect this area.
The enemy has cut off a sector. Engineer standing by.
And that's nice play, getting these assault grenadiers to cut off these resources, so even though he has capped them, income's not coming in. I do see a Katyusha bulletin, which is surprising, from DonnieChan.
They see us. The enemy has
Shock troops lay down smoke to try to cover the advance on the MG42, and it does. Assault grenadiers flank the Maxim. Now the Zis is in a bit of trouble if that shock troop doesn't come to support. Oh, there's another squad of shock troops pretty close by. Maybe able to help.
We are losing.
The thing with these assault grenadiers is the accuracy on the move is pretty low, and now that they've got the MG42, they really have to be stationary as well to fire. So you don't want to be running around with them too much. Shock troops continue to try and chase down this MG42. Conscripts Ura in, maybe he's hoping to get an AT grenade off, but he doesn't have the munitions at the moment. He's spending so much on grenades, smoke grenades, and of course Molotovs. And Ura, of course. That, I mean, it doesn't cost much,
Lines
but
have been cut.
every little bit counts.
Soviet territory.
Assault grenades do decent damage to that flame combat engineer squad. It's a lot more than the infiltration grenades though, don't they?
We are taking losses.
That's probably why you don't see them too often anymore. Stogie now for Alastor. Smoke grenade trying to cover the soft retreat of these shock troops. Stogie is so powerful at wiping out infantry squads. You really got to be careful around that thing. Just one or two shots can wipe even a 6-man Soviet squad.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Does have a Zis on the field, and he's building his second one now that he sees that. One Zis alone would have trouble knocking out even, especially a well-microed Stogie. Plenty of smoke grenades now from DonnieChan.
Squad replenished. Enemy forces are neutralizing a
Maxim's
sector.
here. Maxim's covering this approach. Still, he may consider disengaging with his Zis now, getting it to safety. In comes a large force from Alastor, except He might be alright still. Looks like he still wants to
Forces are
cap
capturing our supplies.
mainly. Shock troops operating on the flank. They'll be shut down by the MG42. Not another smoke grenade. Do get suppressed before that. Is that maybe another smoke grenade? Could be.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Probably is, in fact. That's probably why this isn't firing at the moment. DonnieChan's forces come pouring in from this road in the centre, gets AT grenade off on the half track. This manages to finish it off. Nice use of ambush camouflage there. Shock troops trying to come in from the flank. MG42 is forced to retreat. This moves up to try fire on the Stuggy. And it's just floating quite a lot of manpower at the moment. Could probably afford to get himself another squad of grenadiers.
Enemy forces are attempting to
Try and
capture
deal
our
with these
territory.
hordes of infantry from DonnieChan. And maybe a squad of Panzer Grenadiers could be alright as well. And instead he's going to start his preparations for some vehicles by going for a pack. A bit of a surprise. I mean, if you see his CPs, you see shock troops on the field, and that was the only doctrine was shock rifle frontline. So unless he thinks DonnieChan's going for the KV-8, which is pretty rare, but I suppose he could do. He's got such a large fuel advantage. Not sure why he booked that pack. See, you see the power of that Stuggy
Is encroaching on our territory.
destroying all of those conscripts that are trying to decap that center VP.
We now have access to KV-8 flamethrower tanks.
And I imagine DonnieChan may be thinking about the KV-8. Yeah, he just has had such a huge fuel advantage up until this point. So that was good predictive play by Alastor. Yeah, shock troops
Have been
have
lost.
to retreat. Whoa, what happened?
Soldiers ready.
Is this gun
AT gun here. You're
cleared up here by MG42, looks like. And grenadier fire. That could be a big win for Alastor.
At risk.
Could really help him dealing with the incoming KV-8 if he manages to steal that away. 2 AT guns is far superior at knocking out tanks in one. Goes without saying. It's like pack misses its first shot. KV-8 manages to chase away all this infantry.
KV-8 flamethrower tanks are now available to burn the Germans back to Berlin.
Burn them back to Berlin, mate. I imagine DonnieChan will be saving up for the IS-2 next. Switching over to the pea shooter to try and fire at the Stuggy. At the same time, he doesn't want to expose himself to too much Pack 40 fire. KV-8 can bounce a few pack shots on its frontal armour though, and it's certainly got a lot of health that can soak up a large amount of pack shots, but it's also pretty slow. Demo charge on the munitions there, that's going to be a nasty surprise. Do see one minesweeper squad though. Could get spotted.
the hard part will be keeping it.
I'm surprised he's prioritising getting the cutoff there
Secured.
instead of the VP. Could have got a triple cap humming.
Shoot back, Cobra!
Supply sector
He
under attack.
moves to try to do that now, but a few grenadiers try and dissuade those conscripts there. KV-8 comes in from the side. Pack 40 can't quite get a line of sight on it. Oh, in comes the second one from the spawn point. Now force the KV-8 to retreat.
Neutralizing a sector.
Only got one squad available for repairs though. DonnieChan is getting pretty damn close to the ice too. They're still quite a ways away in terms of fuel. He's just had such a hard time in this game keeping hold of his fuel.
Aim fire on this position.
Still, at least he's managed to control the VPs alright. Not too big of a difference considering how much DonnieChan's had map, or how much map control DonnieChan has had to this point.
We are taking losses.
Just, you know, 60, 70 VP advantage, nothing too crazy. This moves up to fire on the Striggy. Grenade doesn't clear it though.
300 points remaining.
Is this perhaps trying to fire over the house maybe? Doesn't work though.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
And Alastor's really trying to lock down this. Doesn't want to get the triple cap humming against him.
Taking fire. Not how I wanted to die. Taking fire.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
Oh,
territory.
nasty demo charge. I think that was the assault grenadiers that went down there
Last one.
with the MG42. Gruesome. Eyes 2. Here it comes, rolling straight up. Gonna have a whack at this Striggy. Takes it up to cover its retreat, but I don't think anything's going to dissuade this IS-2 from knocking out the Striggy. Unless it misses a couple shots, which it can do. Not always known as the most accurate heavy tank.
Sector has been cut off.
KV-8 operating on the other side, forcing troops away there.
Granted us IS-2 heavy tanks.
It's too much. We can't move.
Still, DonnieChan still can't manage to get the VPs under his control despite this excellent map control and now heavy armor advantage.
Anti-tank fire.
What has he been building? He needs more.
Paralyzed. We need repairs.
Oh no. Might lose his KV-8 here to pack fire. Conscripts Uro in, maybe try to throw a Molotov. No, it's on cooldown. Definitely gonna lose his KV-8.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
Packs move back for repairs and, or not repairs, reinforcements and healing. It does free up a bit of popcat space now for DonnieChan, and he could get some combat engineers to actually repair his IS-2, which would probably be a good idea. Oh, target weak point. Oh, doesn't quite manage it. He might actually be able to get the IS-2 there if that target weak point had gone off. Depends on the penetrations, I imagine. Incendiary barrage on this cluster of troops here. Slightly off target though. Looks like that MG is not even taking damage in there. It's just found a slight AoE where it's not actually doing damage.
IS-2.
IS-2 is now receiving repairs, it's good to see.
You have orders? Yes, comrade. Fresh meat
I
has
did see a late game sniper from Alastor, it's up to 3 kills. Looks like he's now trying to float up for his Tiger. Could consider putting down a fuel cache maybe.
Under attack.
Try to speed that up. Put one down here. Probably get away with it. Sniper working on the Maxim. Shock troops come in from the flank, try and ambush the sniper. Looks like it wants to stick around for one shot, but decides against it. In comes some conscripts on the side, trying to get the VP under control. Looks like they're going to get suppressed by the MG42 though. In comes some more shock troops and conscripts. Going to try to get the cutoff again maybe. Molotov. Gets one crit. IS-2 is nearly repaired. I mean, it's been out of action for so long now. That's what happens when you only got one combat engineer squad available for repairs. You steal a... You know, he did steal an MG42. So that's not going to leave any space in his army for a second IS-2. So he's going to have to go blow for blow, IS-2 versus Tiger. 2 AT guns versus 2 AT guns. See who comes out on top. He of course will have better or more access to construct another IS-2 if things go horribly wrong. Whereas this is pretty much Alastor's last chance. He needs to make some good impact with this Tiger. Otherwise he'll most likely lose this game. IS-2 misses its first shot. Sniper trying to lead away. Second sniper on the field as well. Doing some decent damage. IS-2 moves up. Bounces both those pack shots. Tiger coming in from the side. IS-2 disengages. Where's those? Oh, combat engineers are there ready for repairs. Also only one squad of pioneers for Alastor, so he'll be slow to repair any Tiger damage. If you got heavy tanks like this, you need at least 2 squads available for repairs. Now, unless you got OKW, which you could probably just upgrade your Stern Pioneers with the support package, which increases their repair speed, unlike this package. Or the Soviet package. Or the re-echelon package. Oh! Later bowl to the victory conscripts. Oh, look at that! So many pack shots. Blasting away at that IS-2. Tiger moves to chase. He's got to be careful. There's a mine right there. There's a Zis here as well. Oh no, Tiger runs over the mine. Tiger's got to try focus down on the Zis. Try and clear that. IS-2 just too damaged to come and engage. Oh, and he does manage to clear it before he gets any more shots off. IS-2 thinks about re-engaging. Misses its shot. Zis is going to go down. Where's the other Zis? It's over on the other flank, so it can't help at all. Packs move up to try and reinforce. There's a destroyed engine in fact for the Tiger, so that's going to limp away extremely slowly.
On our territory.
Your predecessor died a hero.
IS-2 here.
I'm not sure what DonnieChan's next move is going to be.
Enemy contact.
In terms of pop cap, he's
The enemy has taken our supply
slightly
sector.
too high to afford the IS-2, especially if he reinforces those 2 retreating squads. It could always do the old Captain Price trick where you use your flamethrowers to do a bit of damage to your Zis guns. Try to free up a bit of pop cap space in that way.
Shock troops taking losses.
Shock troops flood through the centre, try and get these VPs going again. Clock has stopped at the moment though. Tiger receiving repairs. Oh, this sniper's so low. Just asking to get killed. Super risky keeping that around. Like,
Awaiting command.
I don't know about that. Just a stray volley from a conscript could easily knock it out. Still, snipers are incredibly good at bleeding. They're really expensive to reinforce shock troops. They did a nice job there, getting rid of them. Oh, demo charge. Probably could have wiped that pack there, but obviously DonnieChan doesn't have any sight of that action.
We are ready to go, comrades.
Still only got one combat engineer squad. He must be thinking second eyes too. Yep, here it comes. Third pack, in fact, coming in from Alastor. That's gonna really mince these tanks. Especially this one's got Vet 2 now. This target weak point. And what does it gain in Vet 2? Improved rate of fire and weapon control. Weapon control. What do you think that is? Is it accuracy or is that reduced aim time? I don't know. Sometimes I wish they had numbers there instead of vague descriptions. Fresh Ice 2 rolls down the road, try to break up these infantry formations. It's a decent hit there. One pack moves to fire, bounces that shot. No worries. Alastor, of course, doesn't have very good munitions control though, so he won't really have access to any Panzerfausts or target weak point abilities. Has managed to upgrade his Tiger with the pintle mount though. Keep its and the infantry abilities to their maximum potential. Don't know why he detonated that demo charge there. Oh, maybe he got spotted and just decided to let it loose. We'll give some heavy cover there. Wise 2 tries to engage rear arm of Tiger. There's a couple nasty shots from packs though. Tiger's considering chasing, which is a bit of a surprise. Oh, I know, I'd certainly be worried about mines along this road. I suppose he did have his minesweep over here before, but probably why he's not going to chase any further than that point. In comes the incendiary barrage. Where's the second Ice 2? It's fresh on the field. It's gonna. Both of them are going to come down this road here. Packs are slightly in a disarray because of that incendiary barrage. Oh, another destroyed engine by a AT grenade. That's terrible luck for Alastor there. This Ice 2. Oh, this Ice 2 actually went down to mass pack fire. This other Ice 2's had to pull back for repairs, so that engagement definitely went very, very well for Alastor. Maybe DonnieChan popped the incendiary barrage slightly too early. Didn't quite capitalise on the disarray it caused properly.
Incendiary artillery barrage ready to fire.
Has managed to get the VPs going, and now Alastor's in a bit of trouble. He's down to just over 65 VPs. He's got to get something going ASAP, and maybe his snipers will be able to help in that function. Ice 2 receiving repairs by 2 combat engineers finally. He's got a second squad on there and it'll repair a lot faster. Alastor also has 2 squads to repair his Tiger. Need to see the Zis gun in action in one of these engagements, I think. Looks like Alastor's going to try play for the left-hand VP in the centre. There's a demo charge here though. Hopefully he sends his pioneers to scout. Otherwise that could be a nasty, nasty surprise. Uh-oh. Oh no, he does spot it. Oh, and he moves his grenadiers out of range just in the nick of time. Once again detonates it. I personally would have just left it there, kind of a zone of denial. There's no real rush to get rid of it. Could still catch the squad on retreat or something. Another engagement goes pretty well for Alastor. Inches his way forwards. Shock troops did manage to decap the center VP though. And may throw a smoke and cap the center. Snipers move over to fire on those shock troops though. They get pinned. They'll probably retreat shortly. Flame engineers try and close in on the sniper. Doesn't quite manage it. Tiger comes to support. Oh, that shot just misses. Incendiary rounds. No! Incendiary rounds knock out that common engineer squad. IS-2 comes in, joins in on the fun. Alastor's really desperate in terms of VPs now. He's down to just under 40. Shock troops come in from the side. Incendiary rounds doing nasty damage to the shock troops. They do manage to stop Alastor from decapping this point. So much action going on everywhere. Tiger vs IS-2. Pax joining in. Crew shot. IS-2 could be in trouble. Tiger's moving to the flank. Where's the Zis? This is over here in ambush camouflage mode, doing some capping. Oh, this is so close. Oh, and the IS-2 wins it. And that manages to get away, bounces that pack shot, gets to safety. Cheeky maneuver with the ambush camouflage on the Zis, manages to render that point neutral. Slightly continuing the tick. I'm not sure what DonnieChan is going to do next. Could consider building some more combat engineer squads.
Something demolished.
Try to repair his IS-2.
Squad at full strike. We are ready for anything.
Looks like that's what he's going to do.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
In terms of army size though, you see Alastor is still ahead. Despite losing that Tiger, he's got a bevy of pack guns. This one's even Vet 3. That's a nasty, just nasty. Just nasty. Old fashioned nasty. MG42 over here covering this VP though. It's going to make it hard, or actually not so hard for these snipers. In comes a big plate. Catches that Maxim out of position slightly. Shock troops bum rushing all those LMG greens, forcing them to retreat. Alastor is floating a huge amount. I'm surprised he didn't try to put a cache down here at some point. Try to speed up his future Tiger production. At this point, may also have been worth going for a half track. That's what I was trying to say. Do some forward reinforcements, not keep your troops on the field, try and hold those VPs a bit more effectively. Time he spends retreating and reinforcing and returning to the front lines could cost him the game. Shock troops closing on the snipers and a sprinkling of damage. They're not too good at long range. Incendiary barrage trying to deny this, but doesn't quite get a good spread. Looks like it will be capped. Senior VP is neutral. This one's being decapped here. Alastor will hold out for a little bit longer. IS-2 has now finished repairs though, so once that arrives on the scene, that could be the end of the game. You could also consider putting out a KV8.
This now belongs to the people and workers.
Or we could also be saving up for another IS-2. Both are pretty good options. Here he comes, the big boy. Misses its first shot. Sniper's trying to get out of the way. Oh my god. Look at that shot. Wipes the green squad. Clears the pack. All in one friendly hit. And he's actually going to destroy that with his IS-2. That's a good idea. Make some moves up to try to decap this VP. Pack's firing from the side on the IS-2. Doing nasty damage. Target weak point. Could target weak point again. Oh, that was close, man. That IS-2 almost went down there, exposing his rear armor. Shock troops try and throw a grenade. Doesn't matter, I think. Alastor is not going to be able to do this. Don't know. I don't think he's going to be able to decap this quick enough, especially not under this barrage fire. Fresh IS-2 on the field. Oh, look at that this shot. That's the game right there. Well played by DonnieChan. Did an extremely good job denying Alastor his resources in the early game. Some pretty good sniper and pack play. Almost brought Alastor back into the match, but he was floating so much, especially towards the end. I imagine he's probably getting a bit fatigued, as you can do. But I think chucking down a cache on this point here, fuel cache, might have facilitated his second Tiger. Oh well. That was still a good match. A very close one between those two very highly ranked players. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, check the details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.